Hello there. Thanks so much for joining me to talk about my children's book, Mara and the Bad Wolf. Mara and the Bad Wolf is a story that follows Mara the fox on the weekend of her 11th birthday as she accompanies a surly teenage wolf named Seth to a mysterious island where time and space seem to operate according to their own rules. Mara quickly finds herself lost and alone on a journey that forces her to face powerful emotions and unlock an important part of herself. Along the way, she meets a variety of colorful and comically unhelpful characters, including a stylish but dismissive turtle, a tree frog with a terrible sense of humor, and an unbothered crocodile with a taste for tacos. Cheers. It's iced beer. It's good drinking. Well, I say, now this here story explores themes of gender identity, authenticity, and anger. But enough clucking from this old country chicken. Why don't I just give y'all a little taste? Y'all can see for yourselves. So here, Mara and Seth the wolf have just arrived on the island, and Seth is looking for directions. Seth walked over to a turtle who was sitting at a small table a little ways away, drinking a martini and reading a large leather-bound book. "How do you get to the valley?" he asked the turtle. The turtle looked up with a bored expression. He wore thick-rimmed tortoiseshell glasses and a white bow tie with pink polka dots. "You know the rules," he drawled. "What rules?" Mara asked. The turtle slowly and disdainfully raised one eyebrow and said, "I see the kid has no understanding of this place." "I'm not a kid," Mara exclaimed indignantly. "I'll be 11 tomorrow." The turtle snorted. "Pert as a prince, this one," he said before turning back to Seth. "To get something, one must give something. What are you prepared to give?" "The bike," the wolf said quickly. "What?" Mara yelped. "Don't worry, you'll get it back," Seth said. He looked at the turtle. "If I bring you something from the valley, the bike's ours again, right?" The turtle considered this for a long moment. "I might be persuaded to exchange it for a certain rare, purple-spotted mushroom." Seth sighed. "Fine." Mara glared as the turtle patted the handlebars of her bicycle. She couldn't imagine what he wanted with it. He certainly wouldn't fit on the seat. "You do not find the valley, it finds you," the turtle intoned as though reciting a very dull poem. He gestured to a small gap in the woods. "Follow that path until it becomes another. What goes down must rise up. There are no shortcuts, only breakthroughs. If you find yourself at the cave of many doors, the only way through is within. And lastly," he said wearily, "if you come to a fork in the road, try not to make the obvious choice." At that moment, a small pink and turquoise bird flew over their heads and loudly squawked, "Don't make the obvious choice!" Mara shook her head in confusion as the bird flew off into the woods. She had no idea what to make of the bizarre instructions they'd just been given. The turtle had gone back to reading his book. It was clear he no longer had any interest in the conversation.
So, that's a little excerpt from Mara and the Bad Wolf. And if you're wondering why a down-to-earth New York City rat like myself needs to raise funds for publishing, well, I'll tell you. Basically, in publishing, you can go the traditional route, the hybrid route, where the author pays a portion of the publishing fees, or the self-publishing route, where the author covers everything themselves. But if you're making a children's book and you want really nice illustrations that are like works of art, basically, in every option, the author has to cover the fees of the artworks in the illustration. So that's where the majority of the funds that I'm raising will go. Because let me tell you, did I find a good illustrator? Oh boy! Her name's Camilla Wojciechowicz, and she is just spectacular. As you can see from the character illustration she did of Mara, which is on the GoFundMe page, as well as a link to her portfolio, she's just a wonder. So we gotta get her paid so she can do her job, which is to bring this story to life. And as I mentioned in the GoFundMe, even though I've already received an offer of a hybrid contract from a UK publisher, there's still a lot of reasons, including timing and things like that, why I might still go the self-publishing route, which is why the remainder of the funds will either go towards covering those hybrid costs, covering the costs of self-publishing, or covering costs of some additional illustrations and a cover. Kind of stuck with the whiskers now.
Basically, I'm really proud of this book, and it really makes me happy as a gender fluid writer to be able to offer kids and younger readers a story that shows how fun and magical and mysterious exploring gender can be, and also shows how it connects to other ways that we get to know ourselves and explore ourselves. And the world that kind of organically sprung up around Mara was just naturally full of queer characters. So 90% of the characters in the book are queer, and I think that's really fun too. I've always loved children's books. I still own and cherish a lot of books from my childhood that were especially magical and funny and colorful and that had beautiful illustrations, and that's what I want to offer to these kids, in addition to a story that a parent or guardian or teacher could use to open a conversation on gender with a child or vice versa. So I think this book really belongs in the world, in the hands of kids and young readers, and I hope that if you feel the same way, you'll consider supporting this project and also sharing the GoFundMe link or the link to this video. Everyone who donates to the project will get a postcard with that beautiful character illustration of Mara, and donors above a certain amount will get a copy of the book once it's published. So yeah, just go check out that GoFundMe link wherever it is attached to this video. If it's below it or in my bio, you can find the link pretty easily. I'll make it accessible. And yeah, thank you for watching this video and considering supporting this project and helping me to birth Mara into the world.